Welcome everybody back to boostinmotion, guys, and today what I want to talk about is, will the VR30 replace the VQ37? And I'm talking about in the sense of as a modding platform. But before I get into the video, guys, please take a look below at the view count. Guys, if you bang with your boy Boost, you love my channel, you love the content and what I bring to the community, please always hit the like button on all my videos, even some of the old ones you might have missed. It greatly helps me out. It greatly helps out the channel, because the more likes you guys give to the channel, the more they suggest my videos to people who haven't even found me yet, which means Boost gets to grow and become a bigger channel. And I'm super appreciative of everybody that's been on this journey with me. Thank you, guys. But anyways, let's jump into it. The reason why I'm making this video is Raymond from NOIR TM YouTube channel. Hopefully I put his link below, where he talked about that the VQ37 will be replaced by the VR30 in the future. And I agree with him. I honestly agree with him in that, but I'm kind of a centrist on it, in the sense of, yes, I'm the centrist, but I kind of still go towards the VR30 side too. But I want to break down the pros and cons in this, all right? Let's start with the VQ37, right? If you guys got a VQ37, right now, the record right now is right around that 600 wheel horsepower on a turbo E85 VQ37 platform, right? That is the amount of power that's being made to the wheels with E85, special juice, and really good tuning. So shout out to all the tuners and tuning shops that have got the VQ37 to this platform. But that's something that happened within the last 5 years, because tuning and software has gotten better, right? Cool. Now, also, the availability of getting a car with a VQ37 in it. You can get a 370Z, a G37 for relatively cheap now, as low as $5,000. That's really good. That's really affordable, and an everyday person could actually afford that. Let me use a quick comparison. If you guys wanted to go get a 240SX right now, you'll get a stock 240SX with a KA motor in it, KA24 motor in it, and it's going to be a rust bucket, and you're going to have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get the car back into shape and then swap a motor out and put an SR in there, right? So a lot of money goes into investing into getting a K8 at 240S to look good. But a G37, 370Z are still modern cars, and you guys can get these for relatively affordable, from automatic to stick shift. And even this applies to the Infiniti guys who have the 3.7, such as the FX guys and etc. that have the 3.7, right? So knowing that it's relatively affordable to get, it's relatively affordable. I have plenty of parts. Yes, you still have to build like a custom turbo kit and everything like that, but or go off the STILLEN supercharger or build from that. There are people developing kits. It would only get better as time goes, right? So I really think that as time goes, it's going to become even more affordable, and we're going to keep just doing better and better when it comes to the performance of the VQ37. But I honestly gotta sit there and say it has finally hit its glass ceiling. Right around 450 to 500 pounds of torque is right where they try to keep this motor, the VQ37, detuned to. Reason being is, if you have an automatic transmission, you have to build with the transmission. If you have a 6-speed manual, you're pretty much okay, right? But also the rods, the rod bearings, and the head studs, the head bolts for the VQ37 will lift. Shout out to Eric Flores from talking about it extensively on his channel, but also from the community of people who've been through it, that are read and it happened to them. So those are some of the pitfalls and downfalls, because yes, you can make 500 wheel horsepower, call it a day, push that 600 wheel horsepower with meth and E85 and maybe some boost juice, but outside of that, that's where it really stops. And this is where I honestly think the VR30 jumps in. Now, VR30 is relatively new to the market in the last 4 to 5 years, because it was first introduced in the Q50 and now in the Q60. And these are the only platforms at this current moment that the VR30 is in. But the world record right now is upwards of almost 700 wheel horsepower on upgraded turbos, OEM hybrid turbos, and E85 and special kind of boost juice, and really good tuning and DA. And shout out to AMS for talking about it, but from their testing, they realized that the stock rods in the VR30 are probably somewhere right around 600 to 650 pounds of torque. So remember, torque is what kills motors and what bends rods and pretty much spin bearings and everything like that. So yes, the VR30 makes upwards of almost 200 plus more pounds of torque. That's a completely different driving experience. And knowing that the car actually comes turbo already, most of the stuff that you would want to take care of and modify in the VQ so that it can run right, because you need higher, better oil pumps, water pumps, etc. A lot of that stuff is already taken care of in the VR30 motor because it's a turbo motor, so it's already done for you. You just need to pretty much button a little bit of things up, right? So in the positive, it is still a higher ceiling motor, but at the end of the day, no one has necessarily really blown up a VR30 unless they run into an oil starvation issue. So there's still room to grow with the VR30, and we're still in OEM turbos, right? And a relatively small displacement compared to a 3.7. But knowing that it comes in a Q50, yes, you're still spending $20,000, $30,000 on a 2016 Q50, or $30,000 on a Q60. So the amount of money that you would want to invest to modify this car is relatively high, because you have to still get an expensive car compared to a G37 or 370Z for $5 to $10 grand, right? So knowing this, I think that's one of the downfalls of the VR30. But as time goes, and in my honest opinion, these motors are made so much that you can go to a junkyard and get a VR30 for as little as $1,500 to $2,000. Now, comparing that to a SR20 swap or SR20 swap on RB swap and a 240SX, this is really affordable for a turbocharged motor. And knowing that Infiniti Nissan has developed these cars to literally be cookie cutter Mr. Potato Head cars. Literally, you can swap these motors into a similar chassis under Infiniti Nissan, and they bolt right up. So to configure these cars is relatively easy and affordable to do. Raymond got it done for about $5,000 in his 370Z. Think about that. So this is something that I think is definitely going to be done more in the community in the next 5 years. And I think we're going to start seeing a lot of VR30s and 240SXs, 300Zs, 350Zs, older G35s, maybe even into some of these trucks. You might see it in the FX. Excuse me, guys. You might see it in the FX and any older longitudinal mounted Nissan Infiniti vehicle. So I'm definitely going to see this, especially now that they're using that motor in Japan now in their Skyline Q50. So I see that this is going to be definitely something that's going to be done in the future, and I definitely believe that the VR30 community is going to continue to grow. So yes, performance-wise, we still haven't had completely larger replacement turbos. We're still hybrid turbos, which is pretty much OEM housings, but just better. And what's going on here? Better and more efficient turbos that are still OEM units. But sooner or later, we're going to be replaced with completely larger units. Shout out to AMS Performance for having a kit for that, and also shout out to Drop Bear Performance for also developing their kit, which is supposed to come out sometime soon. You'll see that stuff on my channel soon, or I'll talk about it, but a lot of this stuff has been extensively tested, and we're going to continue to see where this glass ceiling is. Yes, it could be 600 pounds of torque, but knowing that you can pick this motor up for about $2,000, possibly spend some money or develop your own turbo kit and have a 600 to 700 wheel horsepower, 600 pounds of torque car for relatively cheap. They can be done and swapped into an older model 370Z, G37, and any other Nissan Infiniti vehicles. The interchangeability is endless. It's a good time to be a Nissan Infiniti enthusiast, guys. So at the end of the day, that's my stance. I believe that they both could coexist, and I'm happy to see this and happy to be here to see this, because this is going to be great. I'm going to freaking love it. So outside of that, guys, if you agree with me, hit the like button. If you disagree with me, comment below. If you agree with me still, comment. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know. Say what's up, boost. You know, talk to me. Let me know what's going on, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm super appreciative, and I just really wanted to like make that video talking about what my honest opinion is for the channel and where it's gonna go. Thank you, guys. You have a good day. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also, on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boost in Motion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.